Hello, everyone. Welcome to Break It Down with Mr. FENACH. Today, we are going to be talking about the new coalition. Yes, everybody have heard about the coalition that is making round the whole country right now. The coalition have given birth to a political party called ADC. Of course, you guys know that people like former presidential candidates of Labour Party is there. Our own dear Mr. Peter the former governor of Anambra State, is there. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president, is also there. And of course, Nasir El-Rufai, the former Kaduna State governor, is there. What about the former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, is also there. A lot of political heavyweight is there. Yes. So the coalition is currently making a whole lot of news, making round and going viral everywhere, and everybody's talking about it. And they say they want to unseat the current government of APC come 2027. But there's something that I'm seeing in that coalition. Yes, that is something that is worrying me. This thing that is worrying me is making me to think deep. And I want people to be very careful, especially the obedient movement and those who are loyal to P2B. I want Mr. P2B as well to be very careful, because the Northerners may be planning something very different from what he must have had in plan, or what he must have had in meeting with the Northerners. Yes, I know they must have promised him the presidential slot. I know they must have had that meeting and discussed that and seal it. But what if the North have another plan? Yes. What if the North have already planned that they want to use P2B movements, they want to use obedient movements and his teaming followers to grow this political party? Then, during the primaries, the party would not vote for Obi to become their primary presidential candidate. What if that happened? What are you going to do? What if they have that in plan, but have agreed with Obi to make him the presidential candidate? You know they are going to vote in primaries. Yes, you know they can manipulate it. They manipulate it in this country, just like they manipulated the one that happened in APC. So they can manipulate it, and they will come and tell P2B, it is not anybody's fault. We thought it would be in your favor, but right now, look at the way it turns out. Don't worry, be the vice president. You know that something like that can happen, and by then, it will be very late for Mr. P2B to go to another political party. And he already said that after this time, he's not going to contest again. And that is how Nigeria will lose the chance for someone like P2B to change this country. So do you know that something like that can happen? If something like that happens, what are you going to do? You're going to do nothing. They're going to start sending people to P2B to beg him to accept the result and all that, to beg his followers and stuff. At the end of the day, P2B will accept because he's a soft man. And when he accepts, Atiku will become the president, and the country will go back to the hand of PDP and hand of what it used to be. We'll continue to recycle. So what are we going to do? We need to ask these questions. Yes, we need to ask, what if something like this happen? We need to avoid something like this because it can happen. Of course, it can happen. So obedient movement and P2B should take note of this and act towards this direction. We need to make sure that we prevent anything of this nature from happening. Remember, this is where we break everything down, and it's me, Mr. FENACH, at Break It Down with Mr. FENACH. Peace.